Alright, hey, how's it going, everyone? This is going to be part 2 of my 2 horsepower Briggs engine, and as you can see, I have the engine all put back together. So what I ended up having to do is, as far as this carburetor here goes, I had to take this needle out, and there's a jet that sits back behind this needle. I took that out, and the jet was actually very clean. The needle was clean. However, the pickup tube that sits down inside the tank here was completely plugged, and the check ball was stuck in the bottom of the pickup tube. So what I ended up having to do to clean that out was soak the pickup tube in some lacquer thinner for about 2 days, and blow it out with some air, and now the check ball moves freely in the pickup tube. So this is a vacuum jet carburetor. There's a Pulsa jet which has a fuel pump diaphragm, usually over here on this side of the carburetor. This does not have it. Like I said, it is a vacuum jet carburetor. So I had to clean the top of the tank off. There was a bunch of grease and dirt on top of the tank, so I used some degreaser to clean that. That turned out pretty good. This stuff right here around the gas cap, I don't know what that is, but I scrubbed it and it won't come off. So you can see I got a little bit of it off here. So I don't know what all that is, but the rest of the tank came out pretty good. The engine itself is in pretty good shape. Oil bath air cleaner I had to clean out. There was some crap and crud sitting down at the bottom here. There was no oil in it, so I got it filled with some fresh oil. So anyway, the inside of the fuel tank had some varnish in it from the old gas. It wasn't rusty, but it had a lot of varnish in it. So what I ended up doing is I got a can of clean but stale gasoline that I filled the tank part way with, probably up to about here, with the stale gas, and I put about 5 or 6 hex nuts in there and screwed the cap on without the carburetor, screwed the cap on and shook the gas tank for a few minutes, dumped that out, filled it back up with some more of that gasoline, kept the nuts in there, shook it around again, and I did that about 2-3 times, maybe even 4, and got the tank cleaned out really good, and that got rid of all the varnish and whatever other kinds of crap was in that gas tank. But it's all cleaned out now, and this and that. Back to the carburetor. Like I said, I took the needle out, I took the jet out. That was clean. I soaked the pickup tube in some lacquer thinner. I sprayed the carburetor with some carbon choke cleaner and scrubbed it with a toothbrush. So as you can see, the carburetor came out pretty good. I got that moving freely now. Now this is an interesting setup. It has a hand lever throttle. Didn't take very long for me to figure this out, but there's 3 settings here. There's one, or nope, there's, okay, one's right there. There's 1, 2, and 3. And this is your little governor spring right here, and that attaches to your air vane governor underneath this blower housing. So you move it all the way forward to idle, and then you can move it part back. You can see the butterfly there open up a little bit, or if you want full throttle, and you just move it all the way back. That's an interesting setup. I've never seen a setup like that before. So anyway, overall it's a pretty neat little motor. Now I did already start this engine because I had a lot of fine tuning to do with the carburetor. I set this needle valve to 1.5 turns out, and then I set the idle until it just touched the flat part of the carburetor here, and I gave it about 1.5 turns out, and it needed a lot of adjustment after I got it running to get it to run the way that it does now. It runs pretty good, but that video would have just ended up turning into a boring, pull on the motor, start and stall, and it would have been a boring video. So now that I got it all tuned up and it runs pretty good, part 3 of this engine will be bolting it down to my little test stand that I have, and I will start this engine up and let you guys hear it. But like I said, that'll be part 3. So I just wanted to show you guys what I did, and like I said, the engine's all back together. I got straight 30 weight oil in the engine, and I got straight 30 weight in the oil bath air cleaner. So if you guys like the video, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos on my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment. So thank you guys for watching.